That'll back him up 5.
They can't move the ball on us.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, 55 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point try for Gostkowski. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for the Panthers. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Switch. Switch.
Here's Newton. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
What's that? 180. Gun. 20.
Check nickel.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd.
Gun.
They'll try to run this one in. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
He'll pitch it back, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point try good by Gano, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Vic, and that's going to be incomplete.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you've got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, they'll give a lot of credit to the defense.
In trouble here, and down he goes, back at the 8-yard line.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out of nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here we go, here we go. 15 running. Right, 54. Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
A first down carry for Smith. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here's the part of check. Mike 54. Mike 54. Check the outs, check the outs.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And some space here. 35 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
20. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. Now Gordon on first down. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You got nothing to do.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and that will extend their lead even further. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Out of the gun, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 17. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So here's Vic following the interception. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston.
Their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Great. 20.
From the gun, Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Black. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way.
Operating from the gun, Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Black. That one goes for 30 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 39, Newton. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, Newton. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And he comes back with one complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Ready. Look at it. 8.
Watch the run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 24, Newton. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Check three.
Newton now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. The first carry for the former Hawkeye, Akram Wadley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Grady Jarrett never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw is Newton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Newton. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it? Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Vic now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 Short able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He's got the 1st down inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 3.
Here we go. Here we go.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swing, slant, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Smith. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gostkowski with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Back to throw, Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton caught here by Griffin. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They run here with Wadley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. A big play there by Gordon. Given 42 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
And now 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now Vick stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. 10. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He's got a first down past the 30. And all the way up to the 46. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And it sort of goes without saying that's the risk of running the option play. You can put the ball on the ground. They did there and turned it over.
So true, because you've got so many different decisions that have to be made. Are you handing the ball off inside, or are you just keeping it yourself, or are you pitching it to your trail guy? And sometimes you get caught in between, and you're a little indecisive.
And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons push further out in front. Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
20.
On first down, Newton. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 8.
Check.
To throw again on second down. Newton. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it second and 12. Well, they're going to throw it here with Vic. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Luke Kuechly there defensively.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing, Vic. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.